President Obama is supercharging his campaign to raise taxes on the wealthy. Now he's taking the fight online, sending mass emails to his supporters, asking them to use social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube to urge their congressmen and women to support this plan. But Democratic strategist, political analyst Mark Hanna says these tactics could backfire, and he joins me now. How would they backfire?
Look, I think what the president is doing is fair. He should be activating the millions of people out there who have supported his policies in the context of the presidential campaign. And when you have massive lobbying efforts going on from all sorts of industries to influence this fiscal cliff negotiation, you should absolutely get the public involved and try to activate their enthusiasms, their energy. So I think it's fair to be doing this. I think that he has to be very careful. I think the Obama administration has to be very judicious with the amount that it taps this network. You have millions and millions of people here, and you want to pick your battles wisely.
Sure.
Here. You want to activate their energy only when it's absolutely necessary. And I think it is, because look, we're looking at probably the #1 priority right now, the beginning of the second administration, and whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat.
But I just wonder how big of an impact something like this has, because if you try and get people all excited on Facebook and Twitter, what are they really going to do?
Right.
I mean, they're going to call their congressmen. Their congressmen are pretty sophisticated people. First of all, they were just reelected, so they have the most time possible for their constituents to forget. They also know that President Obama fired them up to call them, to get people to go call. So, they know where it's coming from. They're not easily tricked by political tactics.
Well,
so I just wonder if it's worth it.
I don't think it's a political tactic. You're either suggesting that the congressmen are easily tricked or that these people are somehow just pawns in the Obama administration's game. I don't think they are. I think that if they're calling their congressmen, the congressmen are accountable to, that's how, as you know, a democratic society works, are accountable toward their constituents. And so if they're airing their opinions on this, I think the congressmen are absolutely going to have to listen to what the people who voted in their district are saying.
But I think congressmen are very focused along the lines of who's going to vote for me and who's not. And the people who are going to respond to a Twitter or Facebook thing and pick up the phone and call them are pretty hardcore Democrats. They're going to vote for a Democrat almost no matter what. I mean, it's a group of people where they stand. So I don't know that necessarily influences their action, because they're like, hey, yeah, I know you're out there and I know you think that. I don't think it's new information for the congressman that would push them one way or the other, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I mean, there's a constituency that each congressman or woman has that wants this Obama administration priorities passed and has a certain outlook on the fiscal cliff. But every single one of the people that are voting in that person's district has an interest in this fiscal cliff negotiation happening, has an interest in the compromise being made. When the first sort of freshman wave of Tea Partiers came in 2010, John Boehner said that when we were negotiating the debt ceiling, that this was going to be the first adult moment for these freshman Tea Partiers. I think this is a second adult moment, and both sides, whether you're Republican or Democrat, are going to have to make serious concessions, painful concessions, whether you're a Democrat who's sacrificing domestic spending on programs that you think are really important, or you're a Republican who has to sacrifice and generate more revenue through taxation. So, I think Republicans are going to, what the constituents want are Republicans to take their oath of office a lot more seriously than they took their oath to
I don't know about that. I think
Forest.
everybody's got a stake in the ground about what they want their congressman to do, and it's all very different, and that's why we're hung up at this point. But Mark, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your time.